To 27 degrees SAG. I'm your host, Kimla Lowe. I am a certified astrologer, Western and Chinese. I also am a consultant for feng shui, and I'm a psychic medium. And I also love to do healing. Yes, I've taken Reiki and I've done like resonance healing as well. If you have not tried to activate your hands, it is, I have to say, the most empowering thing to be able to activate your hands and to be able to feel unseen energy. And this is one thing that I'm going to recommend throughout our particular eclipse season that we all want to really work on, only because of the fact that as we are shifting, we need to feel some things that perhaps we need to discard, or perhaps we need to go through and feel the things that are surrounding us in our sacred space. Do they stay or do they go? When you have activated your hands, you will automatically, if you are to keep something, you will automatically be drawn to that. If you are to discard something, you will automatically fall back. This is a wonderful way to start your spring cleaning, by the way. This is a wonderful way to really pass on the things that you've outgrown, or your frequency has, let's just say, up leveled. Yeah. And pass it on to those that need that particular footwork, that foundation that you found so incredibly helpful while you were going through those steps on your journey. So, with an open heart and an open mind, you can take Reiki, you can take a lot of other, light resonance healing, you can activate your hands and, pick out a mentor. This is a fabulous time to have a tribe around you or a mentor to help you, support you in your spiritual growth. I have had many, many, many. And as I was going through my feng shui training, I found many of the masters um, to be to be old souls. They were more than just resources. They were more than just teachers. They were um, they were almost like life itself. They spoke to me, they spoke to my spirit, they honored me, they honored my intention of learning and of really tuning in, directing my energy. And you can do the same. If I can do it, you can do it. So I'm on a big push throughout April. We're welcoming in an amazing month. Happy April to everyone as we are bringing in the spring. But also tonight, it is April 5th and it's Wednesday. Um, and I want to welcome everybody on the West Coast that's coming in as well. Hi, Sheila. How are you? And Mary Chris is here this evening. So she's such a delight as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody else is getting on this particular wave. They're finding out about me, and it's just so much fun to be a part of their journey as well. I'm over here on the East Coast, and it's really nice to not only share the gifts, the wisdom that I have and that I've been taught, but also see it absolutely turn people's lives around in an instant. It's just miraculous. So there's people from the north that are tuning in and they are finding me at kimlalowe.com. They're booking and having wonderful enlightenment about their sacred spaces, about real estate, also just about how to combine their best directions, their personalized feng shui, not just the general stuff you can read in books. This is talking about your personal feng shui, your personal imprint of where that energy enters into your electromagnetic field and where it exits. These are very important things and it's different for everybody, but you really should know how you can empower yourself by directing that energy into your field and also by directing it out. So if you do not know your quad numbers or your personalized feng shui, yeah, book a session with me, and we'll go over that with you so that you can be more confident as we're going through the eclipse season, as we're going through some really amazing shifts that are taking place, not only in your personal life, but also in your work as well. And also, I want to say, just in general, if we pull back and we look at where planet Earth is in 2023 right now, we are at a culmination stage and we are just about ready in 2024 in January to light those boosters up for the next 20 years. We're going to go so fast. The acceleration that is projected is mind boggling. And we have got to be in a place where we know how to navigate this particular rush that's coming at us. And if you can get your hands on a mentor, if you want to call me or if you want to book session with me, I would love to get your um, timeline together, not just your timeline, but also just the basic components. Your puzzle pieces need to be intact so that we can go forward. You need to have a steady and a strong chi flow. You need to be having a foundation, a support center underneath you, and also a very wise flow of wisdom, coming into you so that you are doing nothing but accelerating and soaring. You're not getting sucked down, Alice in Wonderland in the rabbit holes all the time. And there's going to be a very strong, when this activation happens, I just want to talk to you a little bit about this, but the projected acceleration is going to be in the thousands. It's not going to just be, oh, we've accelerated 3 turns. No, it's not going to be like that. It's like going to be like something we've never seen before. And when this particular energy starts pulling and going up and up leveling with this huge amount of light that we're going to be streaming, this huge amount of quick, fast learning, what's going to happen is it literally is going to create a pull to the underworld, because as it is pulling us up on planet Earth, we're on the surface. There's a whole civilization in underground. There's a whole civilization in the inner world of Earth. When that gets accelerated, it actually sucks up those particular realms as well. And they start struggling. They start appearing, and they're really trying to make a stand so they do not get left behind in this pull that the earth is birthing at for the next 20 years. And I just want to say they can get pretty desperate as this particular um, pulling away, accelerating, leaving behind what can no longer sustain that pace. And so for all of us here, we we need to reach out as a center and to help each other so that we can all, accelerate very smoothly and as we beam up, so to speak. But this is going to get pretty intense because 2023 is a year of culmination. It's a year of endings. It's the year of the frequency on Mother Earth is coming to a close. It's coming to a specific breakthrough. Okay, when this frequency breaks through, we need to be very, very stable inside of ourselves, our foundation, our tribe, our surroundings. Our heart is going to be fluctuating. You may be feeling that right now. A lot of the signs of this happening is, of course, the ringing in the ears. You are also going to feel light. It's almost like light lasers coming through weird portals in your eyes that you didn't even know you had. You're also going to get what I call the neck rush, the Kundalini and the neck rush. Your neck can feel like, okay, it's in a vice, and then all of a sudden, it'll explode and the circulation and the light will start flowing because it takes a while for this particular light to dissolve the blockages within that particular chakra. That's why we have this Uranus, and we've got Venus right now in Taurus. Taurus rules the particular chakra of the throat, of your voice. What you are willing to do, what you're not willing to do. Speak up, speak your mind, speak your heart, also speak your soul, your will. So we've got a lot of things from generational developments that have blocked our voice, that have blocked our feelings, that have blocked um, basically our intellect as well, and that have blocked our power. Uh, and so, as we go through this wonderful time of um, reconnecting through Pluto into Aquarius, we are going to find that we're transforming humanity. And at this present time, we are activating that throat chakra where everyone must be heard. Everyone has an opinion, everyone has a mission, everyone has the right to speak their mind and to have an opinion. And this is the time when if you have been put down, if you have been, oh, I want to say, bullied or laughed at or ignored. Oh, that's a big one. Someone may not be aggressive to you, they may just shut you out. And that is what I called, the cold shoulder. The cold shoulder really hides, the throat. And you actually turn your back and you give somebody the cold shoulder. We need to really protect our backs. I do it all the time. I want you to do it as well. What do? And I've shown this many, many times, but I use my friend the rooster. The rooster protects your back. The rooster rules the kitchen in a sacred space, but it also pecks away at anyone who's gossiping, who's talking bad about you, spreading rumors about you, or perhaps just seeing where your weak spot is. Okay. So what happens is this rooster comes in and just starts giving it right back to them and starts, protecting you. So wherever you are, I have a lot of people say to me, I work in a salon, and there's a lot of gossip in salons. There's a lot of, um, I want to say, false pretense. People come in and they pretend like there's someone they're not, or they talk about their personal lives, or they talk in a way that really puts someone else down for their ego or on their behalf. And I always say to them, make sure, whether it's in your space of work, in especially in salons, but also in your bathrooms, in your home, make sure that mirrors are not lined up reflecting each other. That has been known to actually aggravate and um, kind of, I want to say, create schizophrenia, bipolar, a lot of the drama that you will be, having a very, very hard time once you get caught up in that suction to get out of, or to find out if someone's telling you the truth or not. So just know that mirrors are very powerful. We use them in feng shui a lot, but you do not want to have two mirrors that are reflecting each other. And a lot of times this happens if you have mirrored sliding doors. Those are the worst things they've ever invented, in my opinion. Horrible for feng shui. Sometimes they put them in their bedroom. If they do, just go to one of your big box, home improvement stores and just swap them out for white, solid white sliding glass doors. Okay. All right. So today, April 5th, it is the full moon in Libra. Sometimes I talk about moons in general, and I talk about full moons. Full moons are always you fill your cup up, right? And it reflects the sun's light. So what I want to say is that this particular full moon in Libra, you can have glorious full moons where all the other planets are being kind and they're playing nice and they're supportive, and they are backing up the intention of the universe. Some are not. Some are extremely, well, let's just say they're not fertile for any kind of new opportunities to come in or for any completion to take place. As a matter of fact, they're barren, they're dry. They suck up any kind of riches that are trying to come through. In Libra, Libra's ruled by Venus, and Venus is playing very nicely with the unpredictable planet of Uranus right now. So this is something that, things may not go as planned, but they are building on a wonderful support system for harmony and love and justice. It may not look like that in the beginning, but believe me, this particular full moon is absolutely one of those goodies that you can really have fun with. Um, Libras are known for style, for balance, harmony, wonderful for feng shui. Libra, there's a lot of models who are Libras. This is all about going through your closet and what doesn't fit anymore, what is out of date, pass it along. If it is, kind of lost its glitter, lost its energy, it is really sucking the life out of the owner of who has this. You can pass it along and someone else can cut it up, make a quilt, or do something else with it. Perhaps make a handbag out of jeans that that you that you don't wear anymore. But this is something that you need to pass it along, get rid of it, because when we're entering into eclipse season as well. And when this eclipse season happens, we shift, we mold, we find out about things that were unknown. We also get opportunities that we move on. And in this particular season that's happening, this is an absolutely fine time to let go, get lighter, get brighter, let go, have fun. Anything that does not make you feel beautiful or reflecting a gorgeous day or a wonderful memory that you've had that's attached to that, pass it up. Just pass it along because it leaves a gap. It leaves a gap for when we're going through these eclipses to be able to fulfill that gap with something new, better, and something that fits your future. So we're going to talk about, today is also Passover. Just wanted to bring that in. It begins at sundown and it ends on April 13th. We also have Mercury. Mercury is in a beautiful sextile to discipline Saturn. So you are going to go over the details. You are going to have some long range thinking. You're going to be thinking about the future. You may be thinking about how to make it more pretty, how to make it more balanced. You may be designing something right now that you're going to work on in the summer, perhaps a new patio, or you're going to maybe, for the first time, you're going to look at your house and go, you know what? I want to get lighter, brighter, bring in some spring colors and really have some fun things going on. You may be doing your taxes. You may be going through there and going, wow, I've I've gone through these particular details and I can see where need to pull back or where I need to save more. Um, to bring about a better experience and a better relationship with money. Money is your value. So, if you want to have an enriching time with money, then you must develop a good relationship with it. Okay. So we'll get into that at another time. But I need to tell you what's coming up because we do here in the States, we have Easter, and it's a wonderful time. Easter weekend. We've got Mercury that's going to be sextiling Mars, and I feel like you're going to put in a lot of thought over the weekend about, wow, what goes into your family celebrations or what goes into your particular spring celebrations and bringing up a connection to Mother Earth as well, because Mother Earth is all about the spring and all about sparking new life that's going to be coming up through the crust of Mother Earth. So go ahead and bring some flowers into your home, into your life, new plants, make a plan that perhaps you make some space to, plants are fabulous at telling you, um, it's kind of a validator about the frequency of your home. If you bring a plant in or flowers in and they're, drooping and dead by the third day, you need to clear your space. If you have a plant that you're, let's say, a little sprig that you're planting now for your spring, um, like trees or something like that you want to, like a seedling and things like that you want to start planting, that would be on the new moon. We've got a new moon solar eclipse coming up. And we're going to be talking about that. But just know that if you plant that seedling, let's just say outside to cover up a very harsh angle of a roof, or your neighbor has this harsh angle that's coming right into where you're sleeping or pointing to your front door, you're giving that particular plant a job. You're giving it an intention to protect you, your family, your home, and that's quite a mission for that particular seedling. And you'll know right away how intense that particular chi is if that plant does not grow up and does not make it, because it's taking a hit on a lot of very detrimental chi that's coming through. But you've got to put something there, and the plants are willing, more than willing. This is their job, to protect and to absorb. That's really something that they do, and that's why there's experts at feng shui and landscaping as well, and we can get into that at another time. Hello, Ivy. How are you? So good to see you. So good to see you. Artificial trees and artificial plants, yes, they actually hold a vibration. What does not hold an intention in chi are dried plants. And that's coming back into vogue a little bit more, where you see dried wheat or dried plants that are coming in. That actually is an indication that love has died. It's an indication of chi that has withered up. And so we really stay away from that in feng shui. We really don't want any type of dried flowers. The silk flowers do have chi. Um, any kind of flowers that have been preserved, like in a gel or some kind of an applique, yes, absolutely. But when you're getting a plant that's exchanging carbon dioxide and oxygen with you, you're developing a relationship. You're giving that plant, you're saying, you're going to be my money tree. You are bringing abundance into my home, and you are exchanging those breaths with that plant. You're having a relationship there, and that plant is just as loyal as you are to give you the oxygen that you need, and you're giving them the carbon dioxide. And that's why I always prefer live plants, so that you can experience the emotions. You can pour emotions, loving emotions, into your plants, and they will breathe it back to you. It's a wonderful relationship. Um, so let's talk about after Easter. We've got April 10th. April 10th, Venus has been in Taurus. It's going into Gemini now. We have this wonderful lightness about relationships, lightness about partnerships, and a lot of friend activities. I always think that show Friends is a great Gemini representation, because everybody's friends and everybody's hanging out, and everybody's got this energy going, and it's kind of a tribe. We saw probably the first tribe and support group that was that was up to date, let's put it that way, for friends. But Venus entering into Gemini, so what does this mean? This means it's a great time to go shopping for things that come into pairs, and I want to say like socks or earrings or gloves or shoes, or anything that if you're looking for I want to say two cranes, feng shui, longevity, perfect, southwest corner. Anything that comes in twos. And it's so funny because people will be going shopping now for the next couple of weeks. And they'll be saying, "Oh, I want one in this color and I want one in that color because, it fits so good and it looks so great on me. I might as well get 2." And so check out, and this is so funny, but check out your buy one, get one free. This is a perfect time to do that when Venus is in Gemini. And I always tell the people that I consult with, the shopkeepers, this is a perfect time to go for your BOGOs sales because they're going to fly out the door. So anybody out there that needs that kind of advice, you can always check in with me and we can make a timeline for that so that this particular drag because of this, uh, economy. I don't know if I would even call it economy. But anyway, we can pep that up and you can make more sales and really kind of brighten up your business for commerce. That's going to be really great. So let's talk about um, the luckiest day of the year. I love this day. Why? Because I have so much Sag inside of me. Sag is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is, I always call Jupiter the Santa Claus of the cosmos. Jupiter loves to expand, loves to give you gifts, um, loves to take you on trips, loves to bring abundance your way, not only in money, but also in the way that you live. And so it's like, wow, this is going to be exactly what I like. What I like is more. What I like is having a lot of stuff, talking, laughing, being jovial. Um, and that is also about wisdom. Um, sages are the sages of the horoscopes, of the zodiac. And so I love to, Sagittarians, they love to be very optimistic and dream and go for the gold. And they like to write out their goals and see if they can check those boxes. And yeah, they may be so enthusiastic that they may, jump on that bandwagon without having all the ducks in a row, but having the time of their lives, meeting new people, doing new things, seeing new places. And so the sun is actually going to be sitting, highlighting Jupiter, and that is on April 11th. So if you are going, they call this the 5-star day. It's the luckiest day of the year. If you are going to be, um, let's just say, advertising or launching a new website, a new product, um, joining a new company, if you are going to be um, highlighting a new project, if you are going to be asking for money, if you need to be um, making travel plans, this is a fabulous day. This is a great day to look at every opportunity you have that the glass is half full, not half empty. So anything that you want to do on that particular day, I just feel like you are going to have this wonderful exchange of energy with the sun. It's going to pump you up. If everybody has Sag in their chart somewhere. But if you have a Sag, sun, moon, rising, Mars, or Venus, and the sun comes in there, it's going to light that up. And it's almost going to be like, yeah, I'm on stage. This is exactly what I want. By the way, if you have Sagittarius, if you have your Mars in Sagittarius, you are a fabulous athlete. And this is probably one of the luckiest times you might win a ribbon or a dance contest or a tennis match or something amazing. So, take that into stride because this particular day, April 11th, is really going to have Fabulous blessings. And I'd really like for you to circle that date. Don't forget, put a little reminder to do something fun on that date. Okay. As we're going through, I want to kind of bring up April 19th because that's our new moon. That's our new moon in Aries. In our new moon in Aries, um, let me go back. Let me go back to March. Ooh, do, 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 do. I think if I am not mistaken, we had the full moon. Yeah, we had the new moon in Aries at 1 degree on March 21st. This is also a new moon in Aries. I mean, that's crazy. It's at the 29th degree. So last month was at the very first degree. This month, it's at the very last degree, the 29th. Those are very important, powerful degrees of Aries. When we have two new moons in the same zodiac sign, we call it the black moon. It's the black new moon. And so, what does that mean? In this particular eclipse in Aries, it's a new moon solar eclipse, which takes on a masculine energy um, in Aries. And also, they call it the black new moon. What this particular new moon is going to bring about endings. It's, new moons are supposed to be new times to create, plant, dream, do all of these things. But this particular one is going to have perhaps a male energy that is going to be leaving your inner circle. It could be someone that you work with, it could be someone that you know, it could be that they're moving on and getting a better opportunity. It could be that someone is moving away. It could be that someone is basically at odds with where you are headed on your spiritual journey, and they don't feel comfortable in your particular realm anymore. And they're saying, I'm I'm really feeling uncomfortable here, and I feel like I'm going to go do my own thing. So I really have a feeling that um, during this particular time, this new moon, we've got sometimes eclipses can be daunting. They can be abrupt. They can almost feel like somebody's like pulled the rug out from underneath you. In this particular one, though, Jupiter's going to be there saying everything is going to be okay. We're going to advance you. We are going to clear away the dead debris, and we are going to come in and we're going to say, hey, um, you didn't need to do that. That was a project you didn't need. That was something that was actually draining your energy, and we're getting rid of it. And so it's kind of like this new moon. Um, as you well know, a full moon, the moon is very bright. On a new moon, the moon is very dark. And so in this black period of this Aries new moon, we are going, it's almost like the curtain comes down and everybody claps. Everybody claps for job well done. And you come out and take a bow, and you are very well received. So know that this is not something that's like the hatchet moon or black and negative and all of that. No, no, no. This is almost like they bring the lights down so that you come out and you are shining in the spotlight. And that's how I want you to really receive this particular new moon. Mars is going to be very hard at working for your stability, working for your foundation so that you can really take this into the future with you. You know, Mars can be pretty aggressive. Mars can be impulsive. Mars can Mars can have an attitude. But Mars rules Aries, and with this particular eclipse that's coming at us, it's almost like Mars is kind of getting reined back in put in to an alley that's just flowing with wisdom, maturity, and making the best decisions ever. So I love this particular new moon eclipse in Aries at 29 degrees. Um, so I really hope that anybody that talks about eclipses or in a negative way, this one's going to be good. All right. Just want to give you the heads up. It's coming at us. So there could be some type of a male energy that maybe is going to be moving away, leaving, going off, spinning off on their own. And it is for your best and highest good. It's also for their best and highest good, too. I just want to tell you that as well. The sun is going to be entering into Taurus on April 20th. This one is going to be a little, I want to say, challenging because we've got a square. The sun is going to be in Taurus, but it's squaring Pluto. So it's showing you where you're going to have a tough time, where you're going to have to negotiate, where you're going to have to compromise. And when I say negotiate and compromise, you need to have an open mind and an open heart here as we are going into the Taurus season. Taurus can be very stubborn, you know, they don't like change, but Pluto is here to transform Taurus as well as Aquarius. But Pluto's going to be interacting here with the sun, showing us a lot of underhanded things where things have been manipulated. The bottom line on things that we haven't had no idea about. So we must welcome that so that we can see the huge full picture, right? Because nobody wants to just go through life like, oh, you know, tiptoeing through the tulips every single day. You need to know what is really happening here. Manipulation is huge right now because of that underworld activity. Pluto rules the underworld. There's going to be a big spotlight put on unseen manipulation, abuse, negative activity. Oh, yeah. You can't be a soul walking around unprotected because that makes you vulnerable and gullible. Okay. So we want to make sure that we reach our goals and that we're successful because we know how to navigate some of these, I want to say, corruption, you know, that's coming up. I don't want you to run away with it, but I do want you to be aware because it's not just on the outside somewhere. It's happening over there. You know, it's happening in your everyday life, and you have the power to protect yourself from it. Okay? Yeah, you do. So I want you to know about that one. Okay, let's talk about April 21st because that's when Mercury goes retrograde. Mercury is going to go retrograde at Taurus at 16 degrees. Everything's happening at 16 degrees right now. I don't know. Um, and it's about to go direct on May 14th in Taurus at 6 degrees. So as we're going through this retrograde particular patch here, we're going to go through things that are going to be brought up once again for us to allow change to happen. Now, as far as having any type of surgeries done, or as far as having any kind of medical testing done, or anything like that, go ahead and have it done. But my take on it is that you may, after you have the first one, you may get a second opinion. Or you may have to, you get x-rays. Oh, you're going to have to go back and have an MRI. Also, you're planning to have a surgery on such and such a date. They change it. You need to have it, at sooner or at another time. Things are going to change. The thing about Taurus is they're not very flexible. And it's our duty as we go back through this retrograde is to see, where were we too flexible? Where did we just go, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. Oh, hell no, that's going to come back up. Oh, yeah, that's going to come back up. And you are going to go, oh, wow, did I miss an opportunity? Or did I just, was I just so busy that I overlooked things? Or was I so confident that I just blew it off? Okay? So I want you to use this particular type of energy throughout this retrograde in seeing where you missed the value of things in the past. And that could be of the places that you live, that could be in your friendships, that could be in the jewelry you purchased, the real estate you want to purchase, your stocks, your investments, also the value in yourself. Okay? Have you been having a relationship with your own value? No, I'm blowing it off. I don't even want to go there. It's too deep and I don't have time. And I don't feel like going through the crap. The trauma, the crap. I don't want to go through that. Well, it's going to come up, The universe is going to bring it up for you. And wow, you're going to go, holy cow. You know what? I didn't see it like that before. Now I'm taking the time to really reevaluate that. And you know what? I can understand that other person's point of view now. And I'm going to change because of it. I am. I'm going to come up with a new solution for that. I can see the value in that person now that I just totally blew off, or that I shame, blame, guilted out of my life. And these are the kinds of things that, we need to go back and do those kinds of things so we don't do it again in the future, but also to get that little golden nugget that we didn't have before. So this is something that I'm looking forward to, because I having so much SAG energy, I'm a Virgo, but having so much SAG energy inside of me, I go fast, furious. I always, I'm always flying with, Mach 10 with my hair on fire and my high heels dancing. That's how I like to go through life. But this kind of a retrograde, really slows us down and helps us focus, learn new things, and really give people a second chance. So I think that's, I don't know, I think that's kind of what it is. So as we go by this particular retrograde with Mercury Also, from 16 degrees to 6 degrees is 10 degrees. That comes down to one. That comes down to one singular individual self. Self, self, self. And when we come back and we look at ourselves, and in a beautiful, earthy, fertile sign of Taurus that is so loyal, and that is the kind of the touchstone for many families and for many people around them. They have the most natural BS detectors ever. They don't like fake. In fact, they love to invest in things that are going to appreciate in value. They love to have the real deal around them. They do not waste their time on drive-by relationships. They want it real. They want it rich. They want it to stand the test of time. So if we're like me, running through life, blowing through life as fast as I can, this is great. I get to ground into this lush energy of Taurus that is very secure about themselves, and they're secure about asking for the real deal because they deserve it. And so does each and every one of us. But sometimes we don't even think that way, right? We just don't. So this is sort of the wonderful ingredients that's going to be happening during this Mercury retrograde. All right. So as we finish up April, we've got some beautiful sextiles happening. Sextiles are opportunities. Only opportunities if you take them, if you recognize that they are opportunities coming to you. There's one on April 23rd. There's one on April 25th that I love. The sun is going to be sextiling Saturn, really helping you to finish up or take the next big leap on your goals. And I love the last week of April to really give you that inspiration that, no kidding, you're making headway. I mean, you're going to get validated. It's going to be great. And you're going to have that opportunity to not only to be able to be shown, that you're validated, but to own it and to accept it. And that's what I like about it. So that's a fabulous time. We talked about the luckiest day of the year on April 11th when the sun conjuncts Jupiter. I don't know if you were here, Maureen, to tune into that, but we did discuss that already. So maybe you can go back in the show and go through that. But April has some absolutely fabulous aspects here, and I want you to know about it so that you can plan ahead. Use the juice. This is a fabulous full moon to put your crystals out, by the way, and let that beautiful moon kind of get in there and charge up your crystals. I'm going to do a general card for everybody out there. In fact, I'm going to do a 3 spread for us all, and hopefully this will touch you and your heart. If you could just think of your question. I don't have enough time to answer all of them. But if you all want to just kind of focus in on one question that you have, and that way I can give a little bit of a generalized, Archangel Michael just came in. Ooh, someone must be needing a lot of support. Archangel Michael just came in. So he is going to be overseeing this particular reading for us. Thank you so much for coming in. Here we go. We've got this. Oh, I love it. I love it. And you're going to love it too. Oh, great. Ready? Okay. So it looks like we've got, what have you been doing? Well, you've been trying to break free from a lot of things. It looks like you've recognized that things have to be put into the past, that you are breaking free into the future. We've got the dolphin here, which is a great water element, and spend some more time by the water, in the water, putting water, you know, um, through your wrists if you do a lot of computer work, so you don't take on all of that technology and all of that energy. But it looks like, we have been in a general way trying to break free or break through, you know, to the other side, right? To something new. So it's just try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and to learn. So it just seems in a general way. I know I have. I just closed on Margaritaville. Woohoo! I don't know if any of you have been following me, but I did a vision board with my husband, and we wanted to build a home in Margaritaville. And so we actually got the call that yes, that we had been chosen to for a lot. It was a lottery actually. So we just closed on it today. So we've been celebrating, and we're really looking forward to breaking free and going into something new. So um, here we go. So where do we find ourselves now? What are we doing right now? Thank you so much, everybody. Um, we are looking into an unforeseen windfall of new abundances coming to us all. It is the treasure chest card. So, with the luckiest day of the year, and also with this wonderful full moon in Libra, and this particular eclipse that's coming up, we are we are going to get a little taste of abundance in our life. And that's not just money, 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 money. Abundance is a richness of opportunities, of dreams coming true, of just the ability to meet someone that can get you to the next level. That's abundance of chi in your life. So keep this one in mind. This is the treasure chest card. What do we have in the future? What do we have coming at us? You can't make this stuff up. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. Waves of prosperity. Woo! I love this. This is that Jupiter in me, man. I love being optimistic and, really turning these cards for you. So I know that there are wonderful intentions that you have been praying for, wishing for, hoping for. They're going to be realized. We've got a wave of a Jupiter abundance coming in for us. So open yourself up and claim it. If you find yourself going, I don't deserve it, not me, it never happens to me, or whatever, put that on the back burner. Go, yeah, I want it. It feels good. And it's okay to feel good. It's okay to win. It's okay to have your dreams come true. It is. Feels good. I want to thank you all for coming around and coming along with me for this evening and for the show. I hope you have a fabulous rest of the full moon in Libra and a wonderful April. Next Wednesday, we're going to be talking a little bit more about some energy, chi, some feng shui. I have some new guests coming on. So make sure that you put a reminder that you come back and you see us, okay? Until next time. May the angels protect you and guide you. Good night, everybody.